I'm just gonna put two unknown since you messaged me in private messages. I'm gonna send this to you, and we'll just call you the unknown, cause just out of courtesy. All right. Gnosticism, you claim, was started by the ancient Romans, who got it from the ancient Greeks, but they tweaked it a little. And that Plato is actually a Roman citizen that lived, what, 200 years before the empire, when it was still a republic. And you claim gnosis. It's kind of like Christianism, but Jesus was trying to introduce many gods. And at the Council of Nicaea, they voted on which god they were going to worship, and it became, and they held a vote among the bishops, which were overseers of different villages, like mayors. They didn't hold religious authority. That Origen wrote the Septuagint, but he only wrote the first brand of it, or first edition, and then it was added to by Jerome and Augustine, and it was finally completed in, well, I don't know who you mentioned. I think you said the Venerable Bede. No to all of that. I don't know how to. I don't know. You send me these long lists of all these things trying to prove with all this conspiracy theory stuff. You also claim that all the inhabitants of Europe, even Henry VIII, all of the Caesars, everybody in Europe was black until about 1750, and you claim even Napoleon was black. Um, this video is mainly for you. Well, no, it's only for you. Show me some evidence. I don't want long. I mean, I know you're not going to have any evidence, but what is your proof that Henry VIII was black, um, and that the only white people in Europe were the popes? That every single pope was white, and they were the first white people. And that Gnosticism really meant you can worship any god, you can worship God in any way, and uh, the Gnostics were truly teaching that there was no heaven or hell, and that they just used code words, and they really meant that the physical body is the only body that we get, and that the pleroma was the womb, which is the only thing I agree with you on. The pleroma, or heaven, or whatever, is the womb, and that's a correct analogy for it. But you claim that Jesus came to teach us a form of science that no white person could comprehend, and that there is only physical and there's no spiritual. So I'm going to send this to you in a personal file, but if I make it private, you won't be able to see it. So I'm going to end it there. Please give me just concrete, just something that I can either agree with or disagree with, and address the points on. Not pages and pages of conjecture, and because it seems like anytime I ask you a straightforward question like um, why like the statues in Egypt that show very Aryan looking Egyptians holding Nubians who were very black African looking as slaves, you claim those were done by the French in the 1700s and they don't count. When I ask you, well, we find even older stuff that they didn't even find. How does that affect it? And you refuse to answer. Or things in the Bible like Absalom having blonde hair, Again, I think it's one of your claims that blonde hair and blue eyes only started just before the invention of the photograph. Even though we have painting from the Renaissance, although I don't think, I think you believe those were made around the time of the Civil War. Again, this video seems futile, but can you please get back to me on that and just please answer one of the questions, just one of the questions that I emailed you. I think it's called list of questions that I messaged you, and it was long and it was numbered. So any one of those questions that are numbered, please answer. Okay. Uh, I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna end this piece to you because, well, I don't know. Peace to you, anyways. Just please get back to me.